Hello, Nicole here with Roots to Rise. We've got our last kind of unwind series that we've been doing this week for Bell Let's Talk. So, pardon me, today we're going to be focusing a little bit more on how to release some of that stress, some of that anxiety, some of the tension that is built up over the week. A lot of people look forward to Fridays because it's the end of the work week, but some don't, because by this time in the week, they start to get a lot more anxious. They start to get a lot more, they can just feel that kind of tension building. So these are some really good strategies to use should you feel yourself building up a little bit. We actually do this often with some clients that come in very high strung, very like needing to release some, whether it's good energy or bad energy. Okay, so pardon me, the first one we're going to start with just some nice big deep breaths. Okay, so you can have your hands on your belly, on your chest, one on your belly, one on your chest. You can even have your hands down. What's important to note here is you don't want to lock those knees out. You don't want to slant backwards or forwards. You want to make sure you're in a nice strong kind of position with some soft knees. Okay, so we're not hyperextending. So we're just going to take 5 big deep breaths in through the nose, filling the belly, the diaphragm, and in through the chest, and then exhale out. Always making sure that your exhale is just a little bit longer than your inhale. So bring it in through your nose and out. Two or more. Belly breathing is really underestimated. We've had people come in with pain that have simply just worked on belly breathing, whether it's on the table, on the floor, or homework at home, and they've noticed a significant reduction in their pain, whether it's through their mid-back, because that deep breathing helps expand that rib cage, or just to help down-regulate that system. So the next one we're going to do is we're just going to work on that breathing a little bit more, but we're going to bring our arms up and exhale them forward, bending through the hips. So you're going to come up. Do 2 more. Lovely. I want to do it again, but this time I want you to add a little bit more power behind your breath. So nice big inhale in and let an audible sound come out, whether it's a louder exhale, kind of a groan, a moan, howl, whatever kind of works for you. But we're going to bring it up for 5. So we're going to come up. One more. Okay, so progressing on that. They say people that swear while they work out, especially dropping the F-bomb, actually get more out of their workout than people that don't swear, or people that don't grunt or groan or whatnot. And the reason for that is that they're allowing their bodies to react naturally to the movement. We have this all the time, whether it's through pleasure, through pain. Our bodies naturally will release noise and sound to express ourselves. It's a very animalistic, primal element of any species, really. All animals make these sounds, and that's what we are. We are animals. Okay, so with this, I will demonstrate, but I want you to go for it. It's going to feel uncomfortable. It's not going to feel natural, probably for a number of you, but it's a really important practice to try and to experience. Okay, so I'll do a couple first. And I've done this with clients when they come in again with too much energy, whether good or bad. They're just going to come up. Ah, ah. Okay, let it out, whatever that noise is. Maybe it's loud for you, maybe it's not loud for someone else, but let it out, okay? So we're gonna go for 8. Okay, here we go. May have found yourself get a little emotional while you're kind of going through that very natural, very very strong feeling to have, and that's what that emotion will do. You've heard people that you've seen on TV when the officer comes to the door and the mother crumbles to her knees, she yells because that's what gets out the emotion. That's what helps release it. How many times have you been angry and you just wanted to scream? Let those out. That's what this practice is all about. Again, it feels strange, it feels unnatural, but also think when something's really funny, you burst out laughing. So these loud emotions and these loud noises are on either end of the spectrum, and we need to respect our body and respect what it's trying to do and just let it happen. So we're going to go through just another element that really helps get through some of that stress and some of that kind of anxiety, and that's through shaking. So we're going to start first with just one of the movements that we love, the ragdoll. So you're just going to kind of bring your arms side to side, pivoting through that foot. And you see kids do this a lot. One, when they're bored, but also I've noticed it when I taught my Mummy Fit classes way back when there'd be some older kids there. When they get frustrated, I'd see some of them start to do this. Or if they were just happy, they'd twirl, right? Twirling is a happy motion. So we'll just do this one more time on each side. Good. And now this is one where a lot of emotion can come out potentially. And I just want you to shake your arms. Okay? And then kind of just bounce through your legs, shake through your legs. It's like doing the twist. This really gets the lymphatic system moving and grooving and going. And this is probably going to take a number of you outside of your comfort zones. And that's kind of the point. That's the whole point of That Let's Talk, is talk about things that make you uncomfortable. We need to get comfortable with these emotions, with these feelings. Okay, so now I just want you to bounce and really kind of let those shoulders bounce with you. Let the arms go. You can move kind of from side to side. And for some people, you might be feeling some unneeded tension that you didn't even know you were carrying, trying to get out. Might come out through giggling, might come out through noise, might come out through tears. They're all good to experience. Good. So bring your arms up over your head. I'm sure a lot of us have done this at a concert or at a bar at some point in our life. It feels good when the emotions are happy, but it also feels good when the emotions are sad. Go, bring it down. Just shake it out. Good. Amazing. Good, so we'll just kind of bring it down to just a little pause. Another great thing with this is it gets you moving, gets you up. It's helping to release some endorphins, helping to let the cortisol levels drop. Maybe it's heightening them a little bit as we kind of burn out some of those emotions, but some of that tension, but really important to get all those natural chemicals moving. Okay, all right. So we're going to go through a couple of sun salutations. So these are really lovely because they really help. They're pretty much designed to help down regulate the system. So we'll go through a couple just almost half salutations, working through a hinge and a release. Okay, so we're going to inhale, bring those arms up. Exhale, bring them down. You can fold all the way towards the floor. I want you to inhale halfway up, straightening that back. Exhale back down. Inhale back up. And as you get to the top, exhale. Inhale, reach. Exhale, relax. Inhale, reach. Exhale, dive forward. Exhale up. Inhale back down. Exhale, come on up. Inhale, exhale, reach. Inhale, relax. Exhale, dive down. Come on up. And back down. And all the way back up to standing. We'll do one more. Reach and relax. Reach and dive. And come on up. Amazing. So we're just going to come up. We're going to roll those shoulders. You can kind of rock from side to side if that's comfortable. But a big part of what we wanted to run through with you this week was giving you some different strategies, some different movements, some different elements that when you're feeling stressed, if you're feeling sad, if you're feeling happy, angry, whatever the emotion is, hopefully one or two of the moves you found helpful, or you at least found inspiration to move through whatever movement works for you. Maybe it's, let's bring our arm to one side and then we'll bring it to the other side. Maybe it's using your boxing bag that you haven't used in years to just get some energy out that way. Maybe you ran up the stairs because you forgot something and you're like, I felt good after that. Maybe it's just going for a walk to your mailbox or to the end of your driveway. Maybe it's shoveling. Maybe whatever it is that you find kind of a way to calm down. I know we have a pool, and I know last summer I was very wound up about lots of things that were going on in and around last summer, and I had to vacuum the pool. And I went out there and I was livid while I was doing it. I didn't want to do it. It needed to be done. I didn't even get halfway down the pool and I'd totally forgotten what I was angry about because I got into this kind of rhythmic motion. That's where this kind of breathing and moving through flows. So while you're stretching, if you're coming down and back up, working on that breathing, kind of moving through it that way, those rhythmic motions help down regulate the system, really opening up the chest, opening up the stomach while you do your deep breathing, really important to help down regulate. And that's what we were trying to accomplish with this week. So we truly hope that you enjoyed the stretches, that you got something out of it, but more importantly, that you're feeling comfortable in yourself, in your body, and being aware of what's going on. There's a lot more emotions, a lot more uncertainty with people that have never experienced some of these feelings before or didn't have a name to put to it. And there's going to be a lot more happen once we're able to get out. There's going to be a lot more people that are uneasy going out. There's going to be a lot more, not just depression and anxiety, but social anxiety, so wanting to socially isolate a little bit more because we've almost forgotten how to interact as beings and as people. And it's important to know that if you feel scared, if you feel excited, if you feel unsure, those are natural, those are fine. And please embrace them. Please let those emotions happen and work through them with yourself, with your partner, with a friend. But talk about it. Okay, that's where this movement needs to happen. We need to keep talking about it, because it just needs to happen. So if you know me, you know that I'm very passionate about this time of year, because it's there's not enough that's done, and there's still too much fear around the unknown, and that's fine, but don't be afraid to ask, because there's a lot of fear within those of us living with brain health troubles, disorders, complications, anything. We want the support, we need the support, and it's up to us to gain some strength to ask for it, but it's also up to you to take yourself out of your comfort zone and just listen, or just rub a back, send a note. There's a lot of ways that you can reach out and stay connected, that can create a lot of power for those people suffering, and maybe even for yourself, by reaching out and hearing someone else's story and understanding that, hey, those are actually feelings I'm feeling. I'm not alone in this. So there you are. I hope you have a lovely Friday, and I think I need to do a couple more deep, loud breaths to get some of this emotion out. So happy weekend, and we'll see you on the flip side.